Hey, hello everyone. Good evening. Guys, we will start the meeting by 5:15. Actually, Akshay is not joined our key speaker. So once he join, we will start the call. Yeah, please stay back here. Thank you. Hey, hello everyone. Good evening again. So guys, please wait 5 more minutes. Actually, Akshay is on the way, so I request all of you for wait for 5 more minutes. And sorry for the inconvenience. We supposed to start the program by 5 o'clock, but there are some technical issue from speaker side. That's why we couldn't start. So I request all of you to stay back here. We'll start the program within 5 minutes.
Hey guys, I am so sorry about keeping you all waiting.
Yeah, hello Akshay. Good evening.
Hi, Akhil. Sorry. I messed up
It's
today.
okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. So over to you, Akshay. You can go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Firstly, everybody, please accept my apologies. There was some confusion. Although Akhil had sent me the invite, I ended up thinking it was some other event and deleted it. Um, Here's what I'd like to do. If everybody, before we dive in, can just introduce yourself. Here's what I want: your city, your project, and the biggest challenge you think you have. Okay? So please use the chat. Yeah. So city, project, and top barrier, top challenge, top what are you struggling with, right? I'm assuming you guys are typing. If the top challenge thing is too much, at least tell me a city and your project name. Uh, Yukta, were you there in the last call I did? No. Okay, got it. All right, guys, I'll just wait for this. Let me go through this. Yeah, I'm going to go through this one by one, and I'm taking notes. So if you guys have any questions, you should ask me. All right, one by one. Biggest challenge is getting to market. Okay, Yukta, do you have a prototype? Guys, if I would need you all to at least speak, right? If you can't speak, then it's going to be hard for me to coach you. Okay. Decentralized indoor positioning system. What is a decentralized indoor positioning system? Akash, who's it? Praveen, can you speak?
Sir, actually, we wanted to use some sort of infra-less kind of system, so that we can, do this thing, that indoor positioning thing.
What is what is indoor positioning? I don't even understand.
Okay, so let's say that so for our navigation purposes, we usually tend to use GPS, right, sir? So during outdoors, but then this accuracy is bit harder, and it's not efficient in indoors because you'll not be able to have direct contact with the satellite. So we thought that maybe this indoor positioning thing is already there. Maybe we can try to do it decentralized way. So we thought, okay, we'll give a shot.
So you're using what, a Wi-Fi network, is it?
No, sir. No, sir. We wanted to combine BLE and LoRa.
Okay. And how are your competitors using this?
So actually, like, there are a lot of companies even established with these products. We came to know right after like exploring stuff.
Yeah. So give me the 2 use cases you like the most.
Okay, sir. So I actually wanted to, the very first use case that came to my mind is when I started to have an abstract, very feeble idea about is for tour guides and tourists. So I thought that maybe they'll not be having the.
Tourism is out as an industry for at least 1 year. Huh?
Yes, sir. That is also true.
Pick another industry. Give me another one. You said there are a lot of use cases, right? Give me a couple more. How are competitors using this?
Okay, sir. So they use it for tracking, sir. They use it for tracking their child, pets.
Track a pet. Let's just say track a pet. Okay, let's start there.
Okay.
Now, just see, what I want you to learn is how to build these kind of companies. You get what I'm saying? Today you want to do this, tomorrow you can build another company. But if you learn the principles, you can apply it. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to find 3 or 4 competitors that have similar solutions. And I want you to then position against them and say, why would yours be better?
Okay, sir.
Right? 1. So look at 3 competitors, go to their websites, right? Look at their pitch and look at their pricing. Yeah?
Okay, sir. Fine, sir.
Then what I want you to do is I want you to talk to a couple of, which city are you in? You said Coimbatore, right?
No, sir, from Madurai.
Madurai. So veterinary doctors, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk to them and see what the thing is. Yeah?
Okay, sir.
And then I want you to go into Amazon and
sir.
see if you built a product, how you could sell it on Amazon. Does that make sense?
Okay, sir.
You understood the overall piece?
Yes, sir.
Pick one use case. See, Praveen, I'm not saying doing this for dogs is a great idea, right? And I would say don't even do for pets, do it for dogs. Yeah?
Okay, sir.
Now, but I want you to learn how to build businesses that go to market. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Right? So 3 things. Number 1, look at the competition. Number 2, talk to a mentor, in this case, a veterinary doctor. Third is look at a channel, for example, Amazon. Explore how Amazon can help. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Giving you enough idea of what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Praveen. So everybody, this is going to be what the session looks like. I have a bunch of slides, I have a bunch of presentations, but more than anything else, I want to help you all actually make something happen. Shweta, okay, from Tirunelveli, project risk assessment and data entry tool for manual scavengers. Shweta, you need to tell me a little bit more.
Yes, sir. So we are thinking of doing a toolkit kind of thing. That is, currently one startup is making robots to automate the whole process of manual scavenging. But in a lot of cities and a lot of rural areas, we don't have the infrastructure to use it.
Okay.
In fact, we are still using a lot of human beings only in this sector. So before they try to enter into it for their safety, no risk assessment is being done till now, to the best of my knowledge. It is usually when the person dies or some accident happens, we get reports of the gas levels, the gas percentages and all. So we wanted to build a system which can detect the gas levels, safety levels, which could be recorded somewhere so that it can be used as a proof of accident in any government places.
So there are two separate problems here, Shweta. One is, let's split it up as three. One is to build your MVP, what do you need? To build your demo, what do you need? How far away are you from it?
No, we just started to do this project, sir.
Okay, but give me a plan. How long will it take you to actually build a tiny demo? How long will it take you to build something?
2.5 months, I think, in this situation. I don't know.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go in, take a photograph of your competitor.
Okay, sir.
And say that you're going to build something like this.
Okay.
I want you to build the product and the market as parallel tracks. Does this make sense?
Yes, sir.
2.5 months is too long. So you take 2.5 months, don't start building the market after that. Build the market in parallel. So what I want you to do is, see, these are the second piece is, who would pay for this, right?
Yes.
So one thought I have is find an NGO that is working with these people and crowdfund this.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Do you know some NGOs that work in this space?
I'm currently not getting the names, but I know a few, 2, 3.
Got it. So here's what I want you to do. Make the NGO your customer. Tell the NGO you'll do two things. One, you will give them a product. Two, you will crowdfund for them.
Okay.
You're understanding what's happening here, but they need to deploy your product. Once you have a proof of concept, then you can partner with the NGO and see if you can raise grants, other things.
Okay, sir.
You're getting the concept?
Yes, sir.
So 3 ideas. Number 1, build the product and the market parallelly, not one after the other. Number 2, make the NGO your customer, crowdfund the amount, understand if they'd be open to working with you.
Okay.
Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a team, Shweta? Or are you working on your own?
No, I have a team, sir, but now I'm the only one present here.
Okay, no problem. Form a marketing team and form a marketing and partnerships team, form a product team, and work in parallel. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Good work. I'm very grateful that you're taking on a problem like this.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. Let's do the next one. Collar for pets. You want to say a little bit more, Charan, about that?
Yes, sir. So it's basically what you explained, a slight modification of what you explained before, sir. So,
Oh, you're on the same team, is it?
no, sir. You just gave
You're building in parallel. Okay. Here,
Yes,
this is good. Copy the same plan and see who gets there faster.
Yes, so this is slightly different, sir. So most pets, they don't have superficial veins or something with which we can monitor their heartbeat. So we have to monitor them at medical conditions only, like in hospital or a veterinary.
But why would I want to monitor my pet's heartbeat?
Sir, it can give us early indications about the diseases that pets might have.
Very few people are interested in that. Yeah, I have 2 dogs. How
Yes, sir.
you would not be able to convince me to give you money?
Sir,
It's a very specific problem. Why don't you broaden the problem to include that plus safety?
Yes, sir. So this can also be used for like race horses and stuff, sir, and other animals like that, sir.
Oh, you're thinking different game. Okay, all right. Good.
Yes,
Have you talked to any racehorse owners?
Sir, no, sir, not yet, sir.
Do you know anybody?
No, sir.
How are you going to find them? Which city are you in?
Coimbatore, sir.
Okay. So what's the plan? If in the next 24 hours you have to talk to somebody, how will you do it?
Sir, I'll have to go search somewhere, places that have.
Don't speak vaguely. How will you search? Give me some clear plan. No.
I'll search for racehorse tracks and companies which own those tracks, and then I'll go find their customers or people who regularly, participate in those.
So the very first thing you need to do is you need to do 2 things. Number 1, you need to do your plan and talk to these guys. Number 2, you need to look at competitors online. Yes, and find out how they talk about it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Charan, don't build a product without having clarity about whether your customers want it.
Okay.
Work in parallel. Does that make sense?
Sure, sure, sir.
Have you looked at some competitors?
Yes, sir. Like I've looked at some competitors for like pet collars because we're starting out with pet collars and then you're thinking of expanding to horses and all. So most pet collars have something like this, but they don't have the dietary requirements included. We are planning to have the dietary requirements included. So we'll track their activity too, and then give them diet according to that.
Okay, let me just check. Are you starting with dogs and cats before horses?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Can you talk to at least 5 dog owners and cat owners to understand?
Sir.
I can tell you for a fact, I wouldn't pay for this. Okay, and I have 2 dogs.
Yes.
So unless you have safety built in, I don't think it's a strong enough pitch.
Okay.
Because it's like a prevention is better than cure is in theory, but in practice, people actually don't care about prevention. I mean, I don't even know my health vitals. Yeah, why would I know about my dog?
Yes, sir.
Do you know your health vitals? Are you walking around with a collar?
No, sir.
Then. Yeah. So my point is, you need to make the product a little bit more, the value a little bit more obvious. Yeah, by adding safety. Can you add safety to it?
Sir, I think I have to think some more and search some more, and then maybe answer.
Yeah. Between now and next session, give me clarity. Okay.
Sure, sir.
See, the point is this. I feel safety is a strong feature, but look at 20 competitors and see if they're doing something other than safety. So one feedback to everybody is learn more from the competition. Don't just learn, focus on the customers. Yeah. Because if somebody built a company and it's lasting, it means somebody's paying money for it, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you feeling comfortable and excited about what you need to do for the next couple of days?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have fun, Charan.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Arun Vijay from Coimbatore. Our team is making a hearing aid system. Arun, you want to tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, good evening, sir. I
Hey,
let Arvind Raj brief you about the market research point of view.
Arvind, is it?
Yeah, Arvind Raj.
Yes, so it's basically only a very minimum percentage of people can actually be helped by the hearing aids that's actually available.
Why?
So if they have some, because only few people have their damage in their eardrum or something, which can be rectified by the hearing aids. So studies show that like almost 90% of the people can't be aided by the hearing aids what available in the market, because their deafness is due to from their birth or some due to their auditory nerve damage or something. So for them, they can't be made to hear sounds throughout their life. So instead of hearing aid, what we are doing is for those people, we are actually who can read and write, we are making a smartwatch like thing. So basically what it does is they, even though they can't hear, they can be notified when there is a strong some dangers or some horn sounds and some vehicle sounds nearby, and they can through that app they can actually
why can't they use their phone for this?
Yes, sir. It is an integrated phone and a watch, so that they can always have the watch and the phone, the app.
Yeah, no. So my feedback, Arvind, is just build a digital app. Don't go all the way into building a product, because you'll run out of money very fast. How much? See, if you build an app and test the experience, then you can build a product if you need a product, because people already have cell phones.
Yeah. Sure, sir.
How long will it take you to build an app?
Currently, we don't know, sir. Like we're not into the app development part. We don't know much about the app development.
So then what is the value add? You guys are hardware guys, is it?
Yes, sir. Embedded systems related. That's why we give more preference to the watch.
Yeah, but the problem right now is you have a bias and then you're pushing that bias forward. Shouldn't you get a couple of engineers to help you with this? Couple of software engineers.
Actually, we know AI as well, sir. Only the app development part is difficult. We think we can make it.
Find some friends, no?
Sure, sir.
See, my point is very simple. Building a product versus building an app. What is building a physical product versus building an app? What do you think is faster?
We thought instead of just a phone, everything. So because our product is more like they can listen to the phone calls and have a live transcripts of what people say.
Why
so
would you make a phone when they already have a phone?
So they can't hear to what the speaker say, right? So they have something to be wanted voice to be converted.
You can solve that problem
so
by
we have it in the app.
They all see how much
everything we have it in the app, sir.
How much is the product cost?
So just a product and a display, it's like according to the users, we are having some separate categories. Like we'll have some fall detect, and we'll have geofencing, so that the caretaker can also can.
How much
There's
does
a
it cost?
So if only the app, it won't cost much. If it is the like if it's with the watch, it costs with different types of, like we are planning to have some 3 or 4 models according to the price range. If it's just a
Give me
basic
a
range,
simple
just a
answer,
watch with the
Arvind.
vibrator.
Arvind, learn to speak simply. Okay, you're using lots of words. How much will it cost?
2,500 to 10,000 kind of.
Okay, let's assume it's 2,500. How long will it take you to build one?
2 months.
Okay. How many customers have you talked to? Potential customers have you talked to?
So I spoke to my nearby lady and 2 people more. So they wanted like this one because they can't be aided by
Can you find how big is your team?
As of now, 3.
Can you add a couple more people who can help you with your outreach and your marketing?
Yes, sir.
Build a product in parallel, but do some more research and also build a community. Build a list of at least 100 people who are interested in this. Yeah. For example, aren't there NGOs that are already involved in all these things?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Talk to them, form some partnerships. Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Split your teams up, form 2 separate teams. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody, I'm just going to pause. I know there's a list of many more. I want you to write in the chat, what are you learning so far? What are you learning so far? So as I'm working with teams, pull the lessons, right? I'll go through everybody, don't worry. Guys, reply to everyone, not just to me. So click on send to and then do send to everyone.
So everyone option is not it's not enabled. So.
Hey, Akhil, just make it enabled, no, so they can send messages to everyone. Okay, I guess Akhil is not available. Okay, I think some of you are. Okay, Yukta says keep things simple and straightforward. Prototype development should be done with market research. Yes, make your product as simple as possible. Yeah. So let me give it this way. I'll give you a formula I like to use when I build my MVPs or demos. One type of person, for example, young people who have had a kid, blah, blah, blah. One problem and one promise. You don't need to build more than that, but build it properly. Yeah. Be straightforward in your answer. People will only love the result. Yeah, got it, Vidya. To figure out what the problem can be when you're doing the prototype. Yep, that's right, Rishabh. Hey, Azam, you're here. Azam, are you the same Azam that was there in the last batch?
Are you able to hear me? Yes, sir. I'm the same. Same.
Hey, you sent me a WhatsApp message, right?
Yes, sir.
I haven't replied to it.
Yeah.
I will reply after this, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, Pranav says, learning to imagine and work with my idea partially so that I can establish a career. Okay. Make the prototype user-friendly as people don't like too much work. Yes, I didn't say that, but that's a good lesson. Right? Maximize efficiency, minimize complexity. Okay.
Can you repeat your question once again?
What did you learn from the coaching that I've been doing? I'm going to give it 2 more minutes. Guys, please use the chat because if you make some comments, I can clarify, I can coach, I can talk to you. One thing I keep telling Akhil is we never had these things when we started our startups. People thought we were mad. We have 33 people on the call. I have 5 messages so far. I don't know. Are you guys watching videos of cats? Focus on the main feature and the value of the product. Okay, got it, Kushal. Kushal, you were there in the last session also, right?
Yes, sir.
No.
Inside Hackathon.
You were. Okay, take care. So we'll be doing some similar stuff, but I'll be coaching you guys in this. Okay, let me go through some more points. Okay, Dwij, am I pronouncing that right? I'm going to call you Balaji. Okay. Convert sign language into speech so that people can understand definitely. Challenge it requires AI and it has only been done in research. Why have you taken such a complicated problem, Balaji?
Hello. So
Yeah.
actually, I had this idea. So this was a problem first of all. So I didn't know what the solution would be, and then I tried to. Yeah.
You need to pick a simpler one, yeah, because you're learning how to build a company, you're learning how to build a product, you're learning. There's too many things, right? And then technology also, you're not clear about how you can do it.
So basically, this was not just to build a startup. This was to help people, basically. So
I understand, but if you don't know how to do something about it, and what is your best idea? How long will it take you to actually pull this off?
Yeah, actually, I'm with the roadblock is basically to have the data set, to have that database of videos and all. So basically, that collection will take time and money, basically. So earlier, we used to think that we can scrape from the internet and work, but then we found that it's not going to work, and there are not sufficient videos available. So now we are actually confused whether we should plan to make it on our own or what.
Do you have clarity about how to build your product? Can you build a demo? How long will it take you to give me a demo?
So we can make a basic demo, but I'm not sure how good it will work because it depends on the data, right? So
Rich, let me tell you, that's my feedback to you is pick a problem that you actually can solve and do something about, right? Because see, I understand it's a problem, but there are many problems in the world. Why don't you pick one where you can actually learn how to build a company, right? See, you will not help anybody by just doing some theoretical stuff, right? To help people, you have to actually build something, right? Now, if you are willing to back yourself to do it, then find mentors, look at research, maybe use some competitors' products. You have to be creative about this. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, so we just noticed we explored and we got a competitor who are actually IIT Madras people, professors and students, and they're also doing the exactly same thing, and they're also at the same stage basically.
Okay, why don't you partner with them rather than compete with them?
Yeah, actually, I thought that maybe to learn more about the startup thing, I have to do it on my own. One, and the second thing is that they're actually focusing on one domain of conversation, basically only one sort of conversation, basically. So if I focus on another domain, we can help in two ways rather than only being able to make one product. So
okay, how big is your team?
We have 4 people.
Okay, all right, good luck. Seems very. I'll be very honest. I think you guys have picked up a problem that seems unlikely. Like you guys will actually make sufficient headway. I mean, I want you to make headway, but I think right now you guys are being too ambitious.
Okay, so basically, if other people are also doing so, maybe I thought that it's actually possible. Or
go for it. Let's see. See, I'm here because I believe in you guys. You understand? But also, I have to tell you feedback. It's not enough to say you want to solve a problem. You should actually make something happen. How long will it take you to make your MVP?
So if we have that data set and all, so it will not take much time. So
how long will it take you to get the data set?
We haven't talked to people to record the data set right now. So
how
maybe
long will it take you to talk to people?
Actually, yeah. So if right now we are actually trying to focus on the domain, basically, which domain should we pick to work, and I'm not sure about the future path, but let's say 2 or 3 months to get the basic data set and get the basic product, even if it doesn't work very well.
Okay, good luck. I mean, I'm not very convinced about the way of approaching this.
So basically, I think that it's not possible, or like.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I think it's too ambitious, man. See, y'all haven't learned how to build a company, and then you're making quite a challenging technical problem. All of this is not sounding very likely that you guys will crack it. That's my feedback.
Okay.
Yeah. So see, I actually run businesses for a living. So I'm not going to just randomly give you feedback. I'm going to give you feedback that actually works in the real world. Now, if you believe in it and you want to take a risk, take a risk. I'll back that. You get what I'm saying? But my honest feedback is the way you're talking about it, I don't think you're going to pull this off. Okay? Don't get discouraged by that. You have to decide whether you want to pivot or actually continue with it. Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
All right, Sarna. Smart mask challenge using sensor. You need to say a little bit more, Sarna. What?
Yes, sir. This is basically like a kind of percentage level of oxygen consumption by the person. If you wear the mask, the amount of oxygen that you're consuming, maybe that per minute you need at least 15 liters of oxygen. That is a normal everyone will
So
take.
this is during COVID, is it?
It is not a COVID. It is like a asthma patients and a COVID patient.
Oh, okay, good. Nice.
The people who go out of the working people like that.
Yeah. So we can just pick asthma patients because that's a clearer case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me how. Have you got a prototype?
Anyway, this COVID will also not go. Like it will take at least 3 years time. I think.
Let's hope not. But okay, understood.
Okay.
Do you have a prototype?
Also, I'm doing research on the sensor. What kind of sensor? It's basically nano sensor that we can use here actually. Like so far, like I am using two sensors. One is to predict the oxygen level. Another one is to detect the hygienity of the mask. Actually, that's basically the kind of a COVID situation. I thought to add that feature also.
Just take one. See, oxygen level. Just take one problem. How long will it take you to build an MVP?
Maybe 1.5 months.
Okay, got it. Who is going to buy this from you? How are you going to sell this?
So actually, anyway, we can't able to directly go to the any customer. We can't force them to buy, but we can go to the doctors. We can through them we can able to recommend to buy that one actually.
Okay. Build your MVP and talk to at least 5 doctors. Yeah.
5 doctors. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then see what they say.
Okay, whether it is necessary for them.
Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to do the interviews, but I'm just setting up. I want to make sure every team, guys, if you have a startup here and you haven't put it up on the sheet, I can't coach you. Yeah, so please put it on the sheet so I can give you feedback.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Seema, comprehensive elderly monitoring system. Akash, you want to tell me a little bit more?
So this is mainly an elderly monitoring system. In this, there will be a box which will monitor the movements of elderly people. Mostly since as the age grows, people have a tendency to forget stuff like taking pills. And if someone has a disease like diabetes or someone is suffering, if they take pills at a wrong time, they will suffer certain side effects. So
I want you to only focus on pills on time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you picked only that problem, how long will it take you to build an MVP?
So we are actually trying to find that, because since we are trying to make this product a user-friendly, it will be heavily based on coding and AI, and plus we will also be needing some sensors. Means right now, since you told me it's just a pill, we won't be needing that. But
make it simple, because the problem is you make it so complicated, then nobody remembers how to do this. Yeah, or nobody knows how to do this. Make it as simple as possible.
Understood, sir.
Let me ask you a question. Can it be as simple as an app that reminds people with timings? How simple can you make this?
So we are trying that it should the once we switch it on, for example, an app, suppose it just works. We don't have there's not a switch off button, or there won't be like that, because once we put the code or once we do it, it will just there will be a reminder which will remind at a certain time. It will remind the pill, means when to take, and there will be a wristband, means we are considering putting a wristband on the elderly people.
I'm sharing with you two things. One is a physical product based thing, and one is an app. Okay.
Yes, sir. So I've got a team partner here. She can also give some ideas, because she can also tell you, because we are confused in I don't know if we are trying to build an app exactly or a prototype, a big box, because I'm thinking.
Forget about physical stuff. Yeah, transporting it and all of that is going to be a big headache.
Understood,
Build an
sir.
app, right? Build an app because you can get scale right away. You can add. See, remember what you're looking for is how to start the party. You want your customers to give you your first date. If you get
Yes.
a first date, what you should do after you get your first date? You should get the second date, Baba.
Yes, sir.
And then after you get the second date, what you should do?
Third.
Very good. And then after you get enough dates, what should you do? Get married.
Yes, sir.
You understand
Yes.
its logic. Don't try
Yes.
to put everything in one thing. If in the first date you say what we'll name our kid, she'll never come back to meet you.
Understood, sir.
Yeah. So build the smallest thing that can give you credibility and trust with customers. Build an app. I'm not saying you can't build physical stuff, but build physical stuff as stage 2. As this is hard to transport things, so many complications are there. Yeah.
Understood, sir.
So simplify it down. Does that help you?
Yes, sir. It helps. It
So a
helps.
couple of things I want you to do. Number one, I want you to talk to some elderly homes. You know.
Sir, I did, sir. I've at least talked to 7 or 8 here in my community, but the place where I live, it's more like people are independent. So they told me that right now they don't require, but in the future they will be requiring it a lot. Since I myself have a grandmother, so I think that it will really be helpful.
Got it. So I want you to find people that say they want it now, not later. And if
Yes.
these are not the people, then talk to other people. Go to talk to old age homes. Which city are you in?
Sir, I'm in Mumbai, but it's currently in lockdown.
That's okay. Yeah? Phone calls go everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Don't let the lockdown be in your mind. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Think creatively, build something digital, move it. Yeah.
Understood,
So
sir.
I would interview elderly people, old age homes, and then I would also sketch out the UI of my app. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Glide or Bubble or some no-code app type thing?
No, sir. I'll have to do research on that.
Yeah. So an idiot like me can build it. You can build it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, this is regarding to the mask gas we discussed.
What about it?
Sir, actually, like, okay, that you told an oxygen level, after detecting the percentage of consumption, I thought to connect directly to the phone actually, whether you can able
That's
to.
a very good idea.
That is the actual idea what I have having actually.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love it.
Okay, like app is necessary or not according to you? Like only go with the first part or like what is your suggestion?
Build something, yeah, because the problem right now is you don't have anything to show. You understand?
Okay.
Build something that's what I said. Get the first date. I'll repeat what I told him. Get the first date. After you get the first date, Sarna, what should you do?
Go with.
No, get the second date. After you get the second date, what should you do?
Okay, we can keep on adding next. Okay.
Add the next date, right?
Okay.
Don't go straight away and say, "Will you marry me?" The girl will run away.
Okay.
Yeah, that's life advice also. Yeah. So didn't know that, then now remember that. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. What are the other teams that are left? You guys are very serious. Only Avni is having fun. All right. Let's see. Don't get. I'm just seeing. I missed any team. Okay. Yeah. There's Rishabh's team. What is this? Design, development, automated exercise team for paralyzed patients. I like all you guys are very like socially minded. Amazing. Rishabh, tell us more.
Yes, sir. So actually, we had talked to doctors and even the patients. So the basic idea is to make the patients exercise on the regular basis. And this is obviously in a hardware project. So it's about that. So
Do you have a prototype of some kind?
Yeah, sir. We just have an idea, a rough idea in our mind, like how the product could look like.
Do you have a couple of competitors?
Yes, sir. One of the competitors we have, like that company selling the products in around $2,000 or even higher prices.
Do you have a rough idea of how you could bring that cost down by at least a factor of 5?
Yes, sir. Like we will be using different motors and gears to just.
Can you drop a link of a picture of a competitor?
Yes, I have to just figure it out. Yes, sir.
Okay, do it after this, okay? Let's
Okay.
continue. So now let's say, okay, let's say, Rishabh, do you have a pet dog or a pet cat or something like that?
No, sir.
Do you have a brother or a sister?
Yeah.
Okay, brother or sister, what is it?
Sister.
Okay, let's say I kidnapped your sister.
Okay.
How fast will you build your MVP for me?
Within 1.5 months. I
One
know
and a
that's
half months.
like as per the example you have given, that's too long.
Yeah. Sister's
like the
gonna
exam
forget about you guys.
like if the example you have given, I should say in half an hour, but like about the practical thing, it's around 1.5 to 2 months.
It's too slow, man. You need to move faster. That's why I'm kidnapping your sister. Understand?
Yeah, so got it.
Okay, now see, do you have somebody who can give you technical? Here's how I want you to think about it, right? I want you to put a constraint and say, if I only had 14 days or 21 days, what can I build? Right? Think about it this way. The highest resolution is the full system, right? Then the level above that is one feature. Then the level above that is one mock-up. Then the level above that is a picture, right? A picture can be done in 1 hour, right?
Yes,
and then you go to the levels of resolution that allow you to actually build this thing. Is that making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
like actually
I
we
want you
can
to turn
build
turn it on its head. Give yourself 21 days. Don't imagine your sister's kidnapped. That's too much.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely,
Even
sir.
without your sister being kidnapped, come up with one feature that can actually demonstrate your use case. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So actually we can build this just for an prototype or just for an demonstration. We can build it using Lego also. Like
Okay,
just
do
for
that. How long will it take you?
around just I guess 1 week.
No,
It's
1
not.
week. We are meeting Thursday again, right?
Yeah.
If you don't give me a Lego block thing on Thursday, what are you going to do for the whole team? Everybody, you give 10 bucks. Yeah. Who will pay all of us?
Yeah, sir. But actually, I just said it using Lego, but I don't have Legos thing.
Find it. You want to build a company, you can't find Lego.
Yeah, I'll just find it out, sir.
Which city are you in?
Bangalore.
Bangalore. So many people have Lego, man. Call them up. Tell
Yes,
them we'll
sir.
kidnap their sister. Repeat the favor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, find a way. Okay, Rishabh, don't just be
Yes.
analytical about this. Have some enthusiasm and passion for it.
Yes.
Okay. But I mean this. Thursday, I want to see something with Lego.
Okay, sir.
In fact, you leave this call up people and get that thing done. That will be a better use of your time.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You're understanding the orientation, right? Things don't happen because the ideas are good. Things happen because there's urgency.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just going through this Rishabh. Rishabh, do you have a team as well?
Yes, sir. I just mentioned the name. It's Varsa and me. There's 2 people.
Got it. Both of you all reach out to everybody and say we need Lego right away. Otherwise, we'll kidnap your sisters.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Do it with passion, man. Okay. Don't just
Yes.
hide behind ideas. I want to see something that actually happens.
So actually, if not Lego, then we can make an animation.
Do whatever you want, Baba. Thursday, if it doesn't happen, people are going to get kidnapped. That's all.
Yeah, sure. Yes, sir.
Okay. So people are saying that we should coach and mentor people. I'm saying no, just kidnap. People will get motivated on their own. All right. Let's continue. Kushal. Okay. Video sharing platform for students. Okay. Figure out the memory management part. Okay, tell us a little bit more, Kushal. What is this video management? Kushal, you were there in the last session, right?
Yes, sir. In the Insight Hackathon.
Okay. This is not Insight. We are not doing any insights here. Okay, anyway, continue. What is your product? What is it doing?
Sir, we will be making short video playlists for students to break down complex topics and also help them in tracking their progress, because usually online they find very long lectures.
Okay, can you pick one topic? What is the one topic you want to build content for?
Engineering subjects.
Engineering is too big, Baba. Make it smaller.
Okay. Electronics and communication.
Electronics is too big, Baba. Make it smaller.
Okay. Fields and waves.
Good. How many classes is that?
It would take around 36 hours to complete.
That's too big. You got only 3 or 4 hours. Otherwise, I'm going to start kidnapping again.
Yes. No, sir. Are you asking for the demo? Like how long
Yeah,
it would
see,
be?
my point is that 36 hours is too long. Do you get what I'm saying? Bring it down to a 1 to 2 hour experiment. Otherwise, people are not going to sit around for 36 hours and all.
Yes, sir. I can make it. Like I can make the demo and wireframes for it.
Got it. Okay, and what's the business model here? Why would people? What is the logic?
It would be free in the beginning, but later, when the course instructor is credible enough, they can make the course paid.
Okay.
In
I
case
want to
they
make a
have
point here. This common mistake is happening across a lot of the teams. You're assuming size solves problems. It's the other way around. Only when you solve problems do you become big. Okay.
Yes.
So Kushal, don't assume just because you create a crowd, but why would a crowd come? Right? And how would you monetize it? See,
Okay,
here's
sir.
another way you can do this.
Yes,
I don't know if this makes sense. Which is you build a tiny, a very, very small class and actually interview people. Yeah, why are you going? Find out which subject do people want help in. Right? Can you interview 20 of your friends to find out a topic?
Yes, sir. I have done that, sir.
And then you
But
found
I
out
didn't ask
what
them.
one topic is.
Yes, sir. I didn't ask them about the subject, but I asked what problems they are facing through online.
Okay, but now you have to narrow it down, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and do you think people will pay you if they improve their marks?
Yes, sir. They would.
Can you take a challenge of helping people improve marks? Do you think you can take it on?
Yes, sir.
See, here is my thought. Imagine you run a program where you say, give me 10% of the fees upfront and 90% after your marks improve. If your marks don't improve, I return the money. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it would be great, sir.
So I'm not saying this. What I'm saying is you have to test this hypothesis. You have to talk to people. I'll teach you guys how to do customer interviews, but
yes,
I want to make sure each of you guys have direction. Yeah.
Yes,
so Kushal, my feedback to you has become much more narrow. Yeah, it's too broad. It's too large. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Cool.
I'll choose it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. Abir Goel, Team Visio, we are building a guidance stick for visually impaired. Awesome. Tell me more.
Yes, sir. So it's basically like visually impaired people use a cane, and with that cane they hit objects to walk to detect if there is an obstacle in their path. We are incorporating computer vision in that cane, which will provide them object recognition as well to better connect them with their surroundings.
I absolutely love this. Tell me what's the state of your prototype?
So for the prototype, first we created an Android app. I went to a government hospital and took feedback from 5 patients and 1 doctor, and they loved the idea, but there are several restrictions within Android app and limitations.
Isn't it a guidance stick? How's it an Android app?
Yes, sir. It's a guidance stick, but the first stage was we built an Android app to see if that if our idea is feasible as well. So
it's going to be both a hardware and a software play, right? You will have a hardware component.
Yes, sir. Now we are focusing on the hardware component right now, sir.
Okay. And how long will it take you to get that version 1 prototype thing done?
Yes, sir. So I have ordered parts from NVIDIA, and they will be, because of the lockdown status, they will be delivered within a week. But I have the software part, the computer vision part of it ready. So at max 3 to 4 weeks, we can get a prototype.
In parallel, instead of waiting, can you start building your market? How will you find your first 10 customers?
So the first and customers, we were thinking of a dual approach. One was to launch the product on public domains like Amazon and Flipkart. Second was to approach NGOs, and NGOs can there are a lot of NGOs like Saksham Trust and other major partners which distribute assistive tech to visually impaired. So we were thinking of connecting with those.
Got it. So give me a plan. How will you talk to 10 NGOs? How will you talk to? Okay, Thursday when we meet, how many NGOs will you talk to?
So right now we don't have a product, so I haven't.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, you can. Talking is free. No, India is a free country. Talk to people.
Okay. So, in your opinion, what should I talk to them about? Because there are some competitors in our market.
Don't worry. Competition is a good thing. If nobody is competing, when startups tell me nobody is competing with us, there is no product like us, I get very worried. You know. So yes, competition is not the problem. The problem is not talking to customers, right? So I'm going to teach you how to do customer interviews, but forget about the interview. How many NGOs can you reach out to between now and Thursday?
Sir, if reaching out equals mailing them, then at least 5 I can do that.
Phone.
Okay, so 2 to 3 at least, sir.
Pakka?
Yes, sir. I'll try my best.
Do you have a pet?
No, sir.
What is this here? What do you really like in your house?
My laptop.
Okay, I will kidnap your laptop. Okay.
No, sir. Please, not my laptop.
That is the urgency you need. Understand?
Yes, sir.
3 NGOs. You're making me a promise in front of everybody, right?
Yes, sir. For sure.
Otherwise, you'll take your laptop and throw it out of the window, right?
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Pakka, I have this recorded.
Sure, sir. Sure.
No, but you understand. See, my point I'm making is, although I'm kind of being dad joke level humorous, but the point I'm making is urgency. Okay. The most problem with a lot of smart folks is we overanalyze our stuff. We need to push it through. Talk to these NGOs, give some examples. If you don't have your product ready, take a photograph of a competitor and say, it's going to look like this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And do you have some team members?
Yes, sir. One other guy, but he's in Odisha right now, and I'm in Delhi. So
that's okay. Even if you were next neighbors to each other, you couldn't meet. You're in lockdown, right, in Delhi?
Yes, sir. Absolute lockdown.
Don't worry. Bangalore's also joining the party. Lockdown for us starting. Yeah, 10 minutes ago, lockdown started here. So
okay.
Yeah, so everybody's having fun. Okay. Now, my point here is, I want you to don't move it in parallel. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't wait for the product to be ready. Start validating. Start understanding.
Yes.
You'll also get clarity about pricing. So I'm going to give you some discovery questions. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I love what you're doing. Push ahead and actually don't treat it just like a science project. Make something happen. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Otherwise, your laptop gone.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you're laughing. When I do it only, then you'll realize. You'll be like, this fellow was serious. Right. Okay. Anyway. All right. Prashant. I am from Society. Okay. Building a SaaS integrated social network program. Okay. Prashant, just tell me a little bit more about what you're building.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, sir. So basically, the SaaS integrated social networking platform, like how we reached on this idea and like what we're aiming to do through this is basically like we started off with an Instagram page just to spread awareness about the environment during the month of July last year.
Prashant, I don't want backstory. I'm a customer. Pitch to me. Why should I join?
Right.
Who am I?
So our target is going to be an NGO. So I'm assuming that you're going to be an NGO.
Okay.
And like the solutions that we bring through this product is basically, I said, a SaaS integrated social networking platform. So the social network part of it is going to have options for you to increase your network, to reach out to volunteers, to skilled volunteers, and even be recommended similar non-profits for you to have cause-specific events. So you need not depend on external factors. You can leverage the use of shared resources,
okay,
and you can conduct events together.
Too many words. You have to say too much of hype. SaaS, this, that. No. Simple. You're giving me volunteers, right? Okay. How many volunteers can you give me?
How many volunteers would you require for the event?
20. Can you give me 20?
So we'll be, 20 in which domain?
Nothing. If they have hands, eyes, feet, and they can actually work, it's good enough.
Yeah, I think 20 will be possible considering we have 700 right now on the site.
Very good. Why didn't you start with that? So this is how I would present it to you. Okay.
So that is the reason, sir, I was coming out with the backstory, because that is when we started a pilot project.
Yeah, backstory nahi chahiye. Every Hindi movie is boy likes girl, girl likes boy, and they get married or don't get married. Right? The point is, I am not sitting here to listen to a Hindi story. I want to understand what's in it for me. Here's how I would have said. I have 700 volunteers to help NGOs, especially in the type of corona, to run virtual events. That's all. Do you have some events you want to run?
Yeah.
Backstory is focused on you. I am amazing. Nobody wants to hear your backstory. You understand?
Yes, yes, sir.
See, I am a busy man, right? I'm in the middle of something. I don't have my donors are troubling me. My kid is troubling me. My wife is troubling me. In the middle of that, you're telling me a backstory. Do you think I care? You have to come straight to the point. You get what I'm saying?
Sure. All right, sir.
Okay. Now you mentioned that your volunteers were trained. How are you training them?
So it's not like we are not training them. They are going to be we're focusing on students and student clubs, and we'll be having them as volunteers as well as working professionals. So they'll be coming and they'll be volunteering at your NGO.
Yeah, but you mentioned trained volunteers, right?
The skilled volunteers, sir.
What is the skill they have?
They'll be having across different domains. So we'll be taking their skill sets and their interests, and then we'll be matching the right ones to your organization for the particular event.
Okay. How many events have you run so far?
Till now, we've run 10 collaborative events. And like, this is the point what I was trying to pitch. Basically, collaborative events is where organizations come together and they conduct events. So instead of individual nonprofits conducting events at their own end, there are different NGOs that are coming together and they conduct events. So that is where you are using shared resources. You do not have to depend on anything externally.
Give me more
till now,
details.
So till now,
Give me an example.
I'm sorry.
Give me an example.
So, like, this is what we had also done. Basically, a Rotaract club from Mumbai wanted to teach students online. And at the same time, there was an NGO in Andhra that required teachers to teach students online. So we matched both of them, and then they went and they conducted like different sessions over a period of 2 months, and they taught basics of English and science to these students in Andhra.
So it's not an event, right? It's an education kind of thing.
So this is like what we call it at Society. We call these collaborative events that this NGOs.
Why was it collaborative? I didn't understand.
Because two organizations are doing this together. Two or more organizations are doing this together.
was in Andhra Pradesh. The Rotary Club was in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Okay, the Rotary kids taught who?
The Rotary kids taught the NGOs children. Basically, they are underprivileged students at these NGO.
And they taught for how long?
Taught them for a period of 2 months.
But it's not an event then, no? It's like a project or something like that.
Yeah, that becomes a project, but they started off as an event. It was a one-off thing that they just wanted to teach basic communication skills over 2 weeks to the students. And then after that, they liked it so much that they continued that for 2 months.
Prashant, I think you have an interesting idea here, but I think you have a fairly terrible pitch. Okay? It's not doing justice to what you're saying, right? I want you to pitch again. Let's hit the rewind button. I'm an NGO founder. I'm going to give you 1.5 minutes. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Pitch to me. But pitch that is focused on me, not focused on you. Right? Why should I care about what you're saying?
Okay. So basically, Society is a social network dubbed as the LinkedIn for nonprofits, wherein you can find all, like you can expand your network, you can get in touch with similar organizations, hire your volunteers from the platform itself.
These things as of now, you lost me already. What is your core value proposition? I don't want to be on LinkedIn. Yeah. I'm already busy.
Okay, it's basically an end-to-end event management system for nonprofits. So
you can care about events. Let's get better at this. Okay. So why would I care about events?
The core of nonprofits is conducting events and expanding your reach and doing something good for society. So that's possible through events itself.
What problem are you really solving for me? You're giving me talent.
So that's the thing. That's the reason we call ourselves an end-to-end event management, because it's just not the talent that we are giving you. The SaaS app has features wherein you can connect to your audiences, to your patrons, and you can send out email campaigns to them without actually designing one. At the same time, you can even manage your employees and your volunteers.
So say only 3 things, Prashant. When you say all this again, you start losing me.
Okay.
Right? You may have many things, but I see Nike. What does Nike tell you? Just do it. Do you think just do it is everything in Nike? No. But it's something to start the conversation. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, here's what I would say. Society is about simplifying your event management as an NGO. We do 3 things for you. We give you volunteers with skills. 2, we give you an app to manage the whole event. 3, we do something else. Let me give you an example of what we did with Rotary. This kid came, that kid came, this thing happened, that thing happened, this thing happened. Everybody is happy at the end of the story. Would you be interested, NGO sir, for me to do that for you? You're understanding this pitch?
Yeah.
Right? They're getting too caught up in we are amazing, we are amazing. Nobody cares. You have to focus on my life. What are you going to do? And you got to say 2, 3 things and give me a story. Yeah?
All right.
See, 2 separate things. I'm talking to you as a customer. When I talk as a customer, I don't really care about you. As a coach, I understand what you're trying to build and I understand the value of what you're trying to build. Right? But as a customer, I mean, there's too much of self-praise. I am amazing. Okay, all that's okay. But what's actually happening? You get what I'm saying? And get to the point fast. Right? There's too much of SaaS, networking, LinkedIn. I'm like, why all that? Just say, for me, I care about events. You're helping me with events. You're giving me team. You're giving me app. You're giving me this. Great. Understand? Tighten it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think I want everybody. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you all into breakout rooms. I have coached almost 6 or 7 teams. Sorry, 11 teams I've coached. What are you learning? So I'll quickly put you in a breakout team. 5 minutes. Share with each other. What are you learning, right? And then I'm going to teach you all some techniques about how to interview customers. Yeah. If you attended a session before, refine and strengthen your methodology. Okay, see you back in 5 minutes.
Hello.
Yeah. So the question is, what are you learning so far? Everybody, please join the breakout rooms.
Sir, you're not getting option.
You'll get an invite now.
No, I didn't go any invite.
Don't worry, Sarna. If you're still stuck, I'll move you manually. Okay. All right, everybody. We're going to take maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds for everybody to come back. Meanwhile, if you can type in the chat, what was your biggest learning so far? "35 seconds more for everybody to come back. Okay, everybody that's back, just share what was your biggest learning so far. 11 teams I've coached, right? Okay. All right, welcome back, everybody. Can you share what's the top lesson you learned? And then we're going to watch a video about how to ask customer questions, okay? Quickly put down, what's the top learning? What are you noticing?
Sir, like we need to start build any product, or not too much of complex. Take as much as possible, make it simple, step by step that can go to.
Yeah. And do it with urgency, yeah? Just pretend somebody is going to throw your laptop out of the window. Do it quickly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So because don't hesitate to reach out to customers because you're helping their life get better, right? Why should we hesitate? Yeah, Pranav, I already done 11 teams. Yeah, this is not part of today's session. Bring it up next week and on Thursday, and we'll talk. But the principles are the same. All right, guys, quickly, fast fingers. What have you learned? What are you learning? What's getting clear for you?
Sir, example, any product that you're going to build, you have an idea, everything you have planned everything, the idea, whatever you have, a lot of things, but resource, everything is there. But you don't have any idea how to build, even because all the resources is there, everything is there now actually. But you don't know where to start. Basically, like hardware projects or any software, you don't know where to start, how to start like that. It is better you need to take help from anyone, or you need to study first and then you start. Like which one?
Yeah, or buy from competitors to see what they're doing. Yeah.
If it is not there, no, that any
there will be. What are you building? You're not building some alien spaceship or something like that, right? There's always going to be some competitors.
Okay.
Yeah.
After
yeah.
buying, what we can able to examine how they are building.
Yeah. And talk to mentors. Talk to other people who have done this before.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't build on your own.
Okay.
Okay. Just building a product is not enough. You need to pitch it well to your audience. Yeah. And Prashant, what's also important is understanding, listening to them and understanding what matters to them before you talk about the pitch. Yeah. Okay. Let's watch a video together about how to do customer interviews. Okay. Give me a minute. I'm just going to share the screen. Can you see my screen? Yeah.
All right, now that we've got our interview.
Can you hear this, guys? Just type yes in the chat if you can hear it. Okay, good. Got it. So we'll watch this together. Please take notes.
All right, now that we've got our interview set up, we need to figure out what are we going to ask our customers. This is something that I really struggled with when I started customer development. So that's why we have hack number 3, what to ask. So a couple ground rules for interview. Number 1, no pitching. This is about listening. If you find yourself ever proposing a part of your solution just to get some feedback on it, stop. You're pitching. We don't want to do that. The reason being, as soon as you start pitching, your mind changes gears. It goes from learning and absorbing information into trying to pitch something and sell a product. And this time is all about learning. So this is all about listening to your customer, all about listening to their problems. You'll have plenty of time to pitch later. Okay, rule number 2. Past and present questions are fantastic. That's what we're going to ask. Questions about the future, like would you ever or will you ever, hypothetical questions, those are no good. We want to ask questions like, have you ever? Or tell me about the last time. Things that have happened in the past and are in the present. And the reason is, if we ask about future questions, we're getting our customers' predictions, and those are basically useless. In fact, they can be worse than useless, because if they tell us something that we want to hear, would you ever pay $5 for blah, 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 and they say yes, we might mislead ourselves into thinking we have a real product. The truth is they don't know the answer to that question, and it's going to be misleading. So we don't do it. The other reason is, as soon as you're asking would you or will you questions, you're probably starting to pitch a solution. We don't want to do that. Okay, so with those ground rules in place, let's talk about what you ask your customers. The script that I use looks a little something like this. Number 1, tell me a story about the last time problem context. So for example, tell me about the last time you were late to an appointment. Now, the reason why we ask this question first is because it's very open-ended. It's asking for a story, and it's asking our customer to sort of go on whatever tangents they want. What we're looking for here are things that are particularly difficult or annoying for our customer. So your job is to ask this question, listen intently, and then dig in. When you find your customer talk about something that's interesting to you that you don't know about or you don't fully understand, dig in, ask questions. Why was that hard? What was annoying about that? Why is that way? This is where you're going to spend most of your time. Now, if during this conversation it's not obvious to you what was the hardest part about this context, you're going to ask them explicitly, what was the hardest part about this problem that you ran into? Then they're going to tell you the hardest part. This is exactly what we want. And now this question, number 3, this is golden. It's also very awkward. You're going to ask them, why was that hard? Let me give you an example of why it's going to be awkward. So tell me about the last time you were late. Oh, I had to feed the dog and I had to pick up my keys and I couldn't find them, and then I ran into traffic. What was the hardest part about it? The traffic was so annoying. It was frustrating. And I'm going to ask, why was that hard? And they're going to think, of course, I know why that's hard. It's hard because it was frustrating. And we're going to ask them, and they're going to say, you know why it was hard? Because I had to drive across a bridge and I was afraid I was going to run out of gas. And I was stuck in traffic. And we ask because the why is exactly what we're going to parrot back to our customers when it's time to go pitch our solution. We want to use our customers' own words when we market to them so that we know it will resonate. So in this case, why was it hard? Afraid to run out of gas? We can say, afraid to run out of gas because you're running late. That might be the best marketing message. So this is really important. Even if it's awkward to ask, make sure you understand why this was particularly hard. Number 4, we're going to ask, how do you solve this problem now? So I might ask, how do you solve this lateness to solve? So it's a real problem and their solution is not awesome. So maybe we can solve it in a better way. All right, so this is the outline for your interview. These are the basics. Bonus points, though, if you can do any of these 3 things. Number 1, emotions. Take real note of the emotions your customer expresses during the interview. Frustration, anger, guilt, greed, happiness, whatever it is, note those down, because those emotions, that's how you're going to connect with your customer. When you can empathize with your customer, they can feel that. And that's how we're going to actually move our solution. Number 2, 3-peat. Once you get through this process, you can start all the way over at the beginning. Tell me about another time you were late. If you can get through this process 3 times, you'll learn something new every time, and you'll really understand your customer through and through. Finally, 5 whys. If you can ask why 5 times, why was that hard? Why did you do it that way? Why is the world like it is? You will understand the core crux of why someone is doing what they're doing and why it's difficult. If you ask 5 times, you'll get down to the core.
Okay, hopefully, I'd like you to just type from that video, what was your big takeaway? What did you learn? What was interesting? By the way, you notice what he said? Understand the problem, only then let's get into pitching. In fact, don't pitch in the early stages when you're interviewing people. Yeah? Just quickly write down, what was your big learning from that video? Put the problem in the customer's words. Don't pitch about the product, not yet. What you want to do is you want to fall in love with the problem. Yeah? Don't ask for predictions, yes. Don't brag about yourself. Yeah, I'm so amazing. Let him tell you that, right? Or let her tell you that. What are the other things you noticed? Target the emotion. Try and understand how they're feeling about this, yeah? Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to, one, write down who you will interview and how many. Just type it in the chat. Who will you interview and how many? For example, doctors. I've given like for your product, right? Who will you interview, how many? And if you're stuck with thinking about who you can interview or how many you can interview, ask me a question.
How to decide on the fact of number of interviews we should do?
Sorry?
How to decide on the fact on how many people we should interview?
At least 5 is a good number.
Okay.
Yeah, at least 5. Okay. I didn't put a constraint in it. How many you'll interview between now and Thursday? Because Thursday, I want to see what's going to happen. Right? Thursday, I want to help you with your feedback. Bring the number. Some of you all are like sending me messages like you'll interview 50 people. Bring that number down a little bit because I want to talk between now and Thursday. We'll do the same exercise. I'll help you think through your feedback. 5 NGOs, got it, super. Set your goals till Thursday, guys. Come on. And for example, sometimes, like Shweta, instead of just interviewing manual scavengers, if you interview an NGO that works with 20 of them, you may get a lot more data. Does that make sense? So sometimes, instead of just talking to your customers, you can also talk to somebody who interacts a lot with those customers. For example, if I'm building a product for babies, who could I talk to that can give me a lot of data on them, right? Maybe an organization that supplies baby food, maybe a doctor, maybe maybe a nursing home, XYZ, right? Babysitter, yeah. So everybody, please set your goals for now till Thursday. How many will you interview? Only Prashant has sent me one. A viral. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Manish. Avni. Hey, Avni, you had attended the last one, right? Kushal, okay. Sarnana. Guys, there's only 5 people. Where's everybody else?
Sir, can you enable everyone option? Like it will easy.
I'm not able to, yeah. And I asked Akhil as well. He's not able to. Type it and send it to me. I'll read it out. Rishabh. 6 teams so far have given me goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 teams have given me. Thanks, Arvind. 9. Yukta, 10. Abhiram, 5. Okay, 11. Praveen Raj. 12. Come on, guys, we can do this. Give me your goals. Who you're going to interview? Rennet, 13. If you're on this call and you're not interviewing people, you're really losing a chance to get proper support and coaching. Only 13 names so far, guys. If you're on this call, why don't you put a goal down? Tanu, thanks. 14. Who else is on the call and not set a goal? Please set a goal. It's okay if you miss it, but make an effort. Okay, everybody, I want you to send a message to at least one of them to start the party and type done. Just say, I want to talk to you for 5 minutes about this. WhatsApp them. And if you don't have numbers right away, maybe do a Google search. Maybe send numbers to people who would send a message to people who would know people like them. Or do a Google search and put numbers down. Please message at least one person and then type done, because that will get the party started. And if you don't know one person, somebody who knows somebody else. Okay, got it, Kushal? So that's the first person that's done it. See, because these interviews will give you the raw material for tomorrow's session, for Thursday's session. So far, we're on 1. Yukta, 2. Please type done if you message more than one person, or at least one person. Prashant, 3. Shweta, 4. Come on, guys. We had 14 people saying they will do this. Avni, we are saying message at least one person and type done, because we want you to get the party started, right? Okay, we've got Rennet 5, Rishabh 6. Come on, guys, only 6 on 14 so far. Please message somebody on WhatsApp or message a friend who would know people like them. Yeah, so then Thursday's session will be really powerful for you. Okay, 2 more. We're at 9. Sarna, 10. Okay, here's what we're going to do while you guys are messaging that. In the next session, okay, Avni, 12. Got it. Okay, in the next session, here are 2 things I want you to do. I want you to interview, and second is for your product. I want you to write a plan out. So on a post-it note, write down 5 steps, 3 to 5 steps you can do to make your product simpler, faster, better. You know, I've given so much feedback on making your MVP small, right? Write out your steps on a post-it note and then type post-it. What's your plan to make your prototype small and quick? Thanks, Rajesh. I saw your message saying done. Please put down. So there's a interviews for the marketing and sales side and understanding, and the second one is for your product. You need to simplify it. Okay, I've got one response so far. Type post-it after you've created a plan, a simple plan. It can be on a book, it can be a laptop, whatever. How will you make your prototype much smaller and faster? Come on, guys. Let's do this faster.
Can you repeat your question 1 second?
I've given feedback on how to make your prototype smaller, right? Simpler.
Yes,
You need to write down a plan to do that. What's your plan? Got it. So if your prototype is ready, like Prashant has messaged me, then spend more time interviewing and understanding customers. Okay. 1, 2. So Avni, Prashant, Aviral, Kushal, Yukta, Rishabh. 6 of you all have planned out your thing. Come on, I'm waiting for the rest. So 2 things. We wanted to interview people. We wanted to simplify a prototype. Yeah. Okay. I'm closing the call out. Thursday, we're going to meet again. And I'm 2 things. Your improvements to your prototype, your customer interviews, we're going to sit down and talk about that. Akhil, is there any announcements you need to make?
Sir, can you tell us what you interview any?
Sorry?
Can you? Sir?
Yeah. Yes, Arna. Okay. Akhil, do you have any announcements to make?
Yeah, yes, actually, just give me a minute. I will drop a WhatsApp group link. So I request all the participants to join there. Then you could easily, I mean, it is easy to interact with all of you then, because you already attended the first day, right? Just give me a second. I will drop the link here. Yeah, so I request all of you, 22 participants are here. So please join this WhatsApp group. Then it is easy for us to communicate further with all the participants. Okay, then please do work on the task given by Akshay. Then we will meet you on next day. Yeah, next day, 29th. Yeah. Yeah, Akshay, over to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I'm joining the WhatsApp group. See you there. Please don't send forwards. Don't spam the group. Don't spam me. Right? Otherwise, personally, I'll come to your city and do bad things. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you Thursday.
Thanks,
I hope
everyone.
that answers your question. Yeah. Chalo. See you guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Please join the WhatsApp group.